Starting from the popular Bannex Junction, the protesters made their way into the city centre, leading to traffic gridlock. After walking for almost 7 kilometers, the protesters arrive at the junction leading to the National Assembly complex, bearing placards and chanting their EndSARS slogans. However, they were stopped from proceeding any further by the military. Inside the Senate chamber, 3 lawmakers come under Order 43 to make a case for the demand of the protesters, especially for the release of those detained.
Mandate the Senate Committee on Nigerian Police Affairs to interface with the hierarchy of the Nigerian Police Force for the reorientation of members of the force towards restraining the use of firearms during protests in line with the dictate of international law and global best practices.
I want to appeal that all those young men who were arrested as a result of this peaceful protest be released immediately.
But the President of the Senate insists that the demands of the protesters have already been met by the President.
I think the protest has yielded the desired result so far. And there may not be need to continue to protest again when SARS has been disbanded and those culprits who are involved in the killing and maiming of Nigerians will be brought to book. I think we should give the government the chance to implement those as quickly as possible.
In the House of Representatives, the Speaker announces plans to make provisions for the compensation of victims of SARS.
Many lives have been lost, and hopefully we'll get the names and the lists of those whose lives have been lost and their families, so that during this budget process, because that is part of the resolution that we reached in this House, during this budget process, adequate provisions will be made for the compensation of the families of those who lost their lives.
Nevertheless, the federal lawmakers observed a minute's silence in honor of those killed during the protests.
May their souls rest in peace.